Hi, we're going to go over how to use the Sulky permanent ink iron-on transfer pen. The tools you're going to need are a thin board covered with tin foil, your pattern, your monk's cloth, and an iron. So I made my board, I actually just found a board in the garage, covered it with a bunch of layers of tin foil, and then I taped the edges just so I could use it multiple times. And then I've got my piece of monk's cloth. I like to have the white guidelines running across. I have already traced my design on paper and I've gone over it with the iron-on pen. So the next step is you are going to lay your pattern down, and since it's a circle it doesn't really matter as much with the guidelines, and circles and curves are best for this because if you have a lot of squares, you're going to want to line it up to your monk's cloth rows anyways. So I have my iron set on a pretty high heat but no steam. And the next thing we're going to do is we are going to hold the iron down for about 10 seconds. We're not smushing it around, we're just holding it. And I'm giving it some pretty firm pressure. You don't want to do this on an ironing board. The ironing board has too much give. That's why you're using a wooden board. So I'm just going to do this over the whole design. You can put a few pieces of tape down and that will help you keep your design from shifting. I didn't do that this time. But one thing you can do is while you're doing one of your presses is to lift up and you see your design is beginning to transfer, and we can see that I didn't hold it long enough on that one edge, so I'm going to come back over here and do it longer. And peeling back, we can see our design. It's not a perfect process, but it definitely gets the job done, and I have often gone over my design again with a Sharpie to make it clearer if I want to. So that's really the basics. I'm not gonna have you sit and watch me do the whole design, but you can see how your design will transfer. And you can use it multiple times. The most I've used it is 3. So you just have to make sure you put the ink on nice and thick and primed the pen. It's like a paint pen where you shake it. Just make sure the pen is primed so that ink is going on nice and thick. So that is how you use the Sulky transfer pen.